there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save, and today is finals day. FA Cup final against Chelsea and the Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain. Before we get into today's episode, as always, if you're enjoying the series, hit that like button, and if you're new around here and you want to see exactly what goes on the channel, hit that subscribe button, follow it up with ticking the bell icon. But let's get into this one. We have played some league matches. We have finished the league season since we last met. 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. Playing some rotation sides, playing lots of different players that are basically playing for their future in this side. And we play Chelsea in the final, and this is how we got there. So we started in December because of the World Cup. Everything was a bit all over the place. And we played Middlesbrough, local derby in that one, beat them 2-0. We'll then follow that up with a really impressive 4-1 win against City. At the time, City were in the top 4, and it was a really difficult game for us. But a 4-1 win against City, Shelvey and Bolo, Arp and Wilson scoring the goals there. We then followed that up with a 5th round win at home to Burnley. Shelvey, Wilson and Paul Hunt on the score sheet there, and say a lot of rotation in these FA Cup games just because they came thick and fast in between lots of league games. We then went away to the Bet365 Stadium and picked up a really comfortable 3-0 win away at Stoke. Marin, Maya and Pocconi with the goals to take us through to a semi-final against another one of our rivals in this save, and that's against Man United. Went to Wembley. They went 1-0 up after the first minute, but Antonio Marin brace winning the game, let's say scoring the winning goal 9 minutes before time, and we played Chelsea in this final. And this is going to be the lineup that goes up against Chelsea. We've got Rakitic in goal, Dodo, Pocconi, Zagadou and Bilal are the back line. We've got Zakari and Shelvey in the middle just because Maya just coming back from a little bit of a knock. He should be back for the Champions League final. So we're down to bare bones in the middle of midfield. We've got Mbolo on the right-hand side, Madison in behind Adolfo, and David Neres on that left-hand side. On the bench, Broughton, Van Zanten, Henrique, Bastoni, Aya, Wilson and Damari Gray, and still out on injury. Fetiarpi's out for another couple of weeks. Marin's out until next season. João Teixeira is out for 4 to 9 days. He'll probably just miss the Champions League final, and Arnie Maya out for another day, so he will definitely be back for that Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain. But let's get into this one. Chelsea, Newcastle, FA Cup final. Can we do the double again? Madison with a free kick, going to go backwards to Bilal, and he's going to come inside and find Shelvey. Quickly out to James Madison, driving down that left-hand side. Lovely switch out to Pocconi at right back. Swings that ball in. Adolfo's there. Kepa misses it. And after 7 minutes, Adolfo puts us 1-0 up. Lovely cross in from Roger Pocconi. And we go 1-0 up in this FA Cup final. Madison, lovely switch out to Pocconi on this right back spot. He then whips a lovely ball in. Kepa misses the fly. Adolfo puts it in. 24th goal of the season. 1-0 to Newcastle. Bentancur with the ball in the middle. Goes back to Christensen. Now Vitor Hugo out to Kolesniak. Lovely ball, and he definitely got a cross in him, and Morata gets there, and I think it's the post or even a save from Rakitic keeps that ball out and keeps us at 1-0. Madison with the corner into that far post. Kepa just punches, he flaps at it, but I think Adolfo was pushed by Christensen, and he was. It's a penalty. Breland Bolo stepping up to take this to put us 2-0 into the lead, and Kepa makes up for that flap and miss for the first goal and saves the penalty. All action in this first half. 25 minutes gone, and Chelsea come forward. Good tackle by Breland Bolo. Now Zakaria picking that ball up, going back to Shelvey. Now Pocconi. Got 2 men on him, but goes back to Rakitic. Calmly brings that ball down and plays it out to Zagadou. He's got 2 men on that left-hand side. Finds Bellew. Nice patient play here on that left-hand side. And David Neres cutting inside now. Finds Adolfo. He's got Breland Bolo on the overlap. He uses him. Breland Bolo again. Takes a shot, but Kepa is having the best of him today. Once from the penalty spot and once from the shot there. We go again. Vitor Hugo into Kante, into Bentancur, and this time Chelsea playing it in the midfield. Hazard goes for audacious effort. It's a good stop by Rakitic. I think it was dust trickling in. That sees us through to half-time. A little bit more of the game. Could have gone 2-0 up with Breland Bolo from the penalty spot, but not to be. Going to get into the dressing room. Wingers not playing particularly well. 6.1 for Breland Bolo. You kind of expect that with missing a penalty, but David Neres on a 6.3. Definitely an area that we're going to be strengthening in the summer is those wide men. Going to get into the team talk. Going to keep it calm and just say don't get complacent out there because we're winning, we're leading, and we need a little bit more from them in the second half to win this FA Cup. Rudiger does really well and Bentancur gets there before John Joe Shelvey. And now Eden Hazard running at this Newcastle defence. Ball out wide to Vitor Hugo. Blocked again by the defence. Semedo into João Felix. Into Hazard at the back post. That's a lovely work goal from Chelsea. 10 minutes gone in this second half and Eden Hazard scores his 18th goal of the season to put him back in this game. Vitor Hugo finds a cross blocked into Semedo. João Felix with a lovely little through ball and that's a great cross in to the back post. Dodo sleeping. What a piece now. Zakaria has been sent off for a tackle that didn't look like a foul, if I'm being completely honest. We're going to bring Aya on for James Maddison. We're going to drop him back and he can play that box-to-box midfielder role really well. Really versatile player, Aya. If you've not signed him this year, really good player to have as a squad player, and he'll go alongside Jean-Joe Shelvey. But yeah, the tackle from Dennis Zakaria wasn't that bad, but he's been sent off. We're down to 10 men, 15 minutes to play. And that sees us through to full time. And now we go into extra time, go into the dressing room. I'm actually going to be a little bit more assertive and say far from pleased what I've seen in that second half. We need to be a little bit more compact. We weren't. We've made our 3 subs. We do have another sub, I think, for this for this part of extra time. Let's start that extra time and say 10 men of Newcastle. Can we find a way through this 11-man Chelsea? Into João Felix, into Alex Iwobi. Lovely switch out again to Wagnerman. Always got that man free into the middle, but Zagadou and Pocconi get that ball clear, and now Kante into Jorginho, into João Felix. He's got that man on that overlap. Semedo into the far corner, and Eden Hazard is there. His 19th goal of the season. They're 10 men of Newcastle can't hold out. We're going to go a little bit more positive after this highlight. Jorginho to João Felix. Ball over the top to Nelson Semedo on that overlap. Drilled it in to Eden Hazard. 2 goals for him, 2 assists for Semedo. 2-1 Chelsea. Now that is it. Full time whistle goes after extra time. Chelsea win 2-1. That's sending off with 20 minutes to go from Dennis Zakaria. Cost us dearly. Couldn't get our footing back in the game and we lose the FA Cup final. No double for us in the kind of domestic sense, but we do have a Champions League final against PSG. I'll fast forward there and let you know what the lineup is. Right, Champions League final. Week after that upsetting loss against Chelsea in the FA Cup final, we go up against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. And this is our run to that final. Got through the group stages relatively comfortably. First game against Milan, a draw away in the San Siro, not too bad. But after that, we hit our stride and even went away to Porto and beat them away from home. We then followed up with a first knockout round, two-legged affair against Bayer Leverkusen and came out really good winners, 4-1 there. We did enough against United. We did enough at home against United, and then a really good, solid away leg loss, only 1-0, and went through to the semi-final where we faced another English side in Liverpool. We went away to Anfield, beat them 3-1 at Anfield. Maddison and Adolfo with a brace, and then came back to St James's Park, and Adolfo basically just finished them off with another brace. Jadon Sancho, 25 minutes from time, made it a little bit squeaky, but not too bad. And we play Paris Saint-Germain at the Camp Nou in the Champions League final. This is going to be the lineup that goes up against PSG. We've got Rakitic in goal, Dodo, Pocconi, Zagadou, and Luis Enrique actually plays this final just because Bilal picked up a knock. He's out for 12 days. So he won't play. Maya comes back in for Shelvey with Zakaria alongside him. Embolo and Neres on the wings. Maddison in behind Adolfo on the bench. You get 12 subs on the bench. We've got Braun Van Zanten. We've brought in Whittaker, Bastoni, Aya, brought in Bob Bridges, Shelvey, Gray, Wilson, and Wes Steele. Let's submit that team. Let's see what PSG have got to come after us. They're lined up with a 4-2-3-1 as well. They've got a regen in goal, Thiago Paulista, and a regen right back in Elinaldo, Upamecano, Kempembe and Digne, the back line. Rabiot and Verratti in the middle, so that pairing stays in at PSG. We've got Dembele over from Barcelona on that left-hand side, Mbappe on the right wing, Oyarzabal from Sociedad, and Neymar up top on the bench. Any names? Pulisic is there, Gaia, Cavani still there, Paulinho, Timo Horner, he sold to PSG, so we come up against our former goalkeeper, but he's not starting, and you already know our starting lineup. Let's get into this final at the Camp Nou, Champions League final. Can we win our first European silverware? And Bolo on that right-hand side, 25 minutes gone, finds Zakaria, we're on the attack. Can he find a through ball to Adolfo? He can, he's one-on-one with the keeper, but it's a good save by Thiago Palista, and Kimpembe gets that ball clear. First action in this Champions League final goes Newcastle's way. Neymar, free kick, goes for goal. Rakitic is equal to it, and Dodo finishes the clearance. Very, very even game with the two sides. They've had a few more shots on target compared to us, but corner, Maddison, far post, trying to find Adolfo. Zakaria picks up that ball into Bocconi, back to Zakaria. Can he take down the line? No, he can't. He's been tackled by, looks like by Mbappe, number 9. The referee's going to have a look at it to see if it was a foul via VAR. This is crucial just before half-time. Kylian Mbappe with a foul on Denis Zakaria. The referee's coming back after looking at it, and it will be a penalty. Huge moment in this Champions League final. Brilliant Bolo missed a penalty a week ago against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. Can he do better here? And Bolo this time does score from the penalty spot. Puts us 1-0 up in this Champions League final just before half-time. A good half for us there. Scored just at the right moment, but some players not having the best of games. Adolfo on a 6.4, Maddison on a 6.6, the rest of the players around about a 6.8 average, to be fair, so not the best. I'm just going to say far from pleased what I've seen out there, and then try and find some way to just change Zagadou around. Just say, you weren't that bad, I believe you've got what it takes. Everybody looking fired up, everybody looking focused and happy. Let's get out there to this second half. Adolfo nicking the ball off Rabiot. He's on the attack. Lovely little 1-2. Finds David Neres on the edge, and good effort from David Neres. 25 minutes to go. Second half been relatively quiet compared to the first. Adolfo trying to get up there, but Upamecano with a really good header. We find Maddison again on this left-hand side. Ball in, trying to find Zakaria. Now Mbappe stretching those legs, going on the counter-attack. Surrounded by Newcastle men. Finds Neymar in on goal, but Rakitic with a massive save. You think he just pushed Dodo off the ball there. Shouldn't be happening with how slight a frame Neymar is. And good save by Rakitic. Mbappe, though, this time in the penalty box, but good tackle by Luis Henrique, and we get the ball clear. And there we have it. Full-time whistle goes. We win the Champions League. Fantastic performance from these Newcastle boys. And it was a Breel Bolo penalty. So he missed one against Chelsea. And just on the stroke of half-time, we had one here. And he put it away to win us our first Champions League title. We finished the season with the League and the Champions League. We just miss out on the FA Cup and didn't really care about the Carabao Cup this year. But what a performance from us this season. Champions League winners and Premier League winners. There we go then. Final thing for today's episode, just the end of season stuff that we usually do. This is the best overall 11. Anybody that's gone in there, as I can see it, doesn't look like it. Aya's on the bench, Neres is on the bench, Wilson and Adolfo is on the bench as well, Maddison as well, finding his way into the best 11. End of season awards, Zagadou, the player of the season from the fans, 53%. Wow, really good season from Dan Axel Zagadou. 7.21 overall, 7.15 in the Champions League, the 7.23 in the league. Will be well sought after in the summer, wanted by Arsenal already. Maddison and Adolfo are the others in that fans player of the season vote. Harry Wilson with goal of the season against City. Adolfo, signing of the season. We signed him for 11.82 million. We wanted someone to come in, score goals if Fetiart wasn't firing all cylinders, and boy, did this man do it. 24 goals in 35 starts in all competitions, 13 in 24 in the league, 9 in 8 in the Champions League. The man is absolutely phenomenal, and he will not be going anywhere this summer. And then Young Player of the Year, Dan Axel Zagadou, that is the team of the season as well. Probably, yeah, I would probably say that even though Shelby's in there, I'd probably put Zakaria in there, or even Teixeira. But Teixeira, few little niggles this year, unfortunately for him. Season review: won the Champions League, won the Premier League, won the Community Shield as well at the start of the season. We lost to Liverpool early on, but we bounced back and made us win the league for the second time in 3 seasons. And then just the Champions League stuff as well. Oldolfo won the Golden Boot, 9 games and 9 goals, 7.77 are the average ratings, and 2 assists as well. Beat Vinicius Jr. with 6 goals and 2 assists, and Breel Mbolo 6 goals and 2 assists as well. Another man that had a fantastic year for us as well. 7.09 overall, was 7.41 in the Champions League, and again, someone that's going to be highly sought after this year. Arsenal, Milan and Barcelona all after the winger / striker for us. But that is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you're enjoying what you see around here. Hit that subscribe button. Follow it up with the bell icon. We'll be back tomorrow with the start of Season 6. Because we won the Champions League, we'll be playing the Super Cup and also the Club World Championships next year as well. Another couple of trophies that we can go after, which will be really, really good to see if we can win those as well. But that is it for today's episode. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.